Hello, and today we are with Mr. Wouter Banning, who is the General Manager of the Orchard Wellness and Medical Resort in Malaysia. Good afternoon to you, Wouter.
Good afternoon, Steve. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Now, here we are at the ASEAN Tourism Forum 2015 in Myanmar. How is the show going for you so far?
Oh, very, very good. We have been able to present our new exciting resort, which is just opened. It's located in Malaysia, and then in the state of Malacca. And the response has been very, very good and very exciting. A lot of the buyers are very interested in looking at this very new product, which is very new for Asia, actually.
Now, tell us about Malacca, because a lot of people will know it, but of course there'll be those that don't. So, could you just tell us a little bit about Malacca and what it has to offer?
Malacca is very famous. It's a UNESCO site now. And one of the things I really love about it is there's this really old street called Yonka Street, and really nice little bars and restaurants and night market, and it attracts a lot of visitors from all over the world, so it's very multicultural. And then Malacca itself, it's got a very good history, of course. I'm Dutch, and the Dutch were there. Also, it's got a very good Portuguese influence still. And one of the other things that Malacca is very famous for is, of course, the food. It's called Nyonya food. And it's got Chinese influences from all over the globe, and it's really, really good. And yeah, it's very much in development at the moment, Malacca. So very excited to be there, and it's great.
Now, your resort, tell us a little bit about your resort. It's relatively new, as you say. Could you tell us a little bit more, please?
Yeah, we have just opened it and just finished everything. We're now operational. The exciting thing about it is it's the next step in wellness resorts and destinations. We are combining traditional Chinese medicine with holistic healing and advanced Western medical procedures, because we want to give a complete treatment for our guests. Now, some guests only come in for detox or to improve their level of fitness. So it's not necessary to do medical procedures with us, but other of the guests that we've already had, they've been very, very happy with what we do, because we want to not only start the healing process of the body, but we're also trying to educate them on their diets, what sort of movements they should do, if people are having problems with sleeping, how this influences the body, and how you can counter the negative effects of it.
It sounds very interesting. Now, if we were to compare this to another resort in Asia, would I be right in, from what you're saying, it sounds very similar to something like Chiva Som in Hua Hin. Would it be like that, or is it something different, completely different?
Well, it's actually the next step in the evolution of wellness resorts. We are going a couple of steps beyond them.
And in terms of the actual equipment they use, because of course, as you say, there has been an evolution of this type of resort and property. In terms of the equipment and the therapists that you work with, where do they come from? And could you tell us more about them, please?
Well, we have therapists from actually all over the globe. Also, our staff come from all over. Therapists we have from Thailand, from Indonesia, from Malaysia itself. And we're still looking for some others. Also, we have a traditional Chinese medicine doctor out of China, and a foot reflexology master also out of China. So we're really looking for the top people from everywhere to help our guests.
How many rooms do you have at the property, and how have you broken them down into different categories?
Yeah. Well, we've got 24 suites. Of them, 4 are very big suites, like a presidential suites, and then we have 14 villas, and 5 of them have their own private pool.
And in terms of the average length of stay, what are you anticipating the average length of stay to be? Yeah. And which markets do you feel are going to be the most interested in this?
Our average length of stay will be between 3 and 7 days. In terms of the markets, we're very much concentrating at this moment during the opening on the ASEAN region. There's a lot of interest from Indonesia, from Hong Kong, China, Singapore especially, because we're right next door. And other markets also. We've also had Europeans and Americans come over already.
In terms of the other facilities that you have there, do you have any other facilities at the properties, and if so, what do you have available for guests?
Well, we are located in the hills of Malacca, about a 45-minute drive from the city centre, so that the air around that is very clean. It's a forest area. And the name, The Orchard, also actually tells us a little bit about where we are, because we have 400 different types of fruit trees in the orchard. We're right next to the orchard, actually. And these are all tropical fruit trees. We have so many different varieties. New things I almost see every day. Other facilities that we have are, we have 3 swimming pools. One of them is a 25-meter lap pool. Then we have a spa pool where all the bubbles come out. And then we have a thermal indoor pool as well, which is we use for aqua aerobics and for recovery.
In terms of just coming for a resort, as you say, you're in the hills. By the sounds of it, it'd be a nice place to go trekking or possibly cycling as well. Are you looking at recreational guests as well as those looking for medical and detox facilities, for example?
Correct. We do have quite a few recreational guests as well, and we have a very good fitness instructor, and we've got very good mountain bikes as well. He's already selected very good trails, and we've taken some of the guests out on the trails as well. Also, the resort is actually 110 acres, so we have our own trail inside, and we have a very nice thing that we do. We call the Orchard Trail. So every morning and evening, it's about 1.9 kilometers with our guests and some of our staff. We walk the trail. We explain a little bit about the different trees that we have and the different fruits that we have, and it's very nice because this is how we start the day and how we finish the day.
In terms of a new hotel like this, what are you looking to get from the ASEAN Tourism Forum, and also how have you set up your distribution network? Because of course you are starting at a time when everybody's using the internet, people are booking online and what have you. What is your relationship with the online distribution market, and also in terms of the traditional travel and tour operators, travel agents and tour operators? How is your distribution work?
Oh, you're absolutely right. We're focusing on all the different distribution channels, and we have an action plan for each of them. When we look at electronic distribution, we have a e-distribution specialist working with us. She's working very much on the social media side. We're analyzing our website performance on a daily basis as well. So that is one of the sides that we're pushing. Then also we're working with traditional travel agents, but also quite a lot of the traditional travel agents, they have a very good online presence as well, and we're working with them to really bring our name out. Other things we're working on is we're working with bloggers as well, who are coming over. They're describing their experience with us, and that's really one of the things I like, because a property like ours, we can take photographs, but there's a very big difference in terms of the service we offer and in terms of the quality that we have. For instance, we also have a very good New Zealand chef, and what he does is amazing with bringing out flavors and textures. When I started the project, my thoughts were healthy food, and I thought, okay, but what he's been able to do is, fantastic. I'm so much into the healthy food now, into the healthy cuisine, organic vegetables, which we actually also grow in the orchard.
I'm glad you mentioned there the organic vegetables and growing vegetables yourselves. CSR is a very important part of the hotel and travel industry now.
Yes.
What are you as a hotel doing for the local community in terms of helping the local community?
Well, we are employing quite a lot of staff from the local community as well. So we're providing training, we're providing opportunities from them, and we're trying as much as possible to purchase equipment, to purchase the vegetables locally and to source it locally. We're trying as little as possible to get to bring in stuff from overseas.
Excellent. On that note, I have to say, Mr. Wouter, thank you indeed thank you for your time today, and of course I wish you and the Orchard Wellness Resort the best of luck for the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Steve. Pleasure talking to you.